Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Give you a little. You can see in my glasses. You can see the reflection of the river I'm standing near. So cool. So awesome. And wouldn't this be the perfect time for some kind of otherworldly wisdom to flow? Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm trying not to step in water. That's my otherworldly wisdom. Shit. Oh my God. It's so silent out here. So this water's really cold, and I can't tell you how many times I've come out here and there's no water. So it's so cool to come out here and find water. Here, let's sit in the sand. You and me. Come on, sit down beside me. It's so nice just to get away. Get away from everything. My thoughts, my struggles, my being me, you know. I was watching a video and I realized that when I watch people, maybe a teacher or a guru or whatever, I will form an opinion of who I think they are just based on this one little video, and maybe they're out in nature like I am right now. And and I think this is them, and I'll form this backwoods, mountain, peaceful, Buddhist opinion about this person. That's who they are. And I could be so ridiculously off track. Recently at my job, I've been working at this job for 2 months, and this job that I'm in has about 100 employees. And I've never seen any of them without their masks on. It is amazing how when you cover up this part of the face, you have no idea the size of the nose, the shape of the nose, the size of the mouth, the shape of the mouth, underbite, overbite, no teeth, beautiful teeth, little nubbin of teeth, there's the shape of the chin. I mean, it is amazing how we get to know people on such a small level of who they are. And then when they remove their masks, you may not even recognize them. So this happened to me. One of the employees I was working with was in the break room and didn't have her mask on. And I didn't recognize her. For a minute, I was like, ooh, is that so-and-so? And then I went, no, that's not her. Because I'd never seen her without her mask on. And it was her. And she looked, we're talking 360 different. And, I think this is the most perfect metaphor for everything. Everything. Who we are, who our world is, what our world is. Everything. And maybe this is why we're in this forever struggle to see, see under the mask. And, why do you think my podcast is called Unmask? Because I am forever trying to unmask life. This existentialism and all this shit. And, we think we know. We get like, oh, okay, I really know. I realize that there's some parts of my world that are masked from me, but I've gotten to know it good enough that I would know. And it is so amazing to have a podcast called Unmasked, and I'm working in a space where everybody has masks on, and I have no idea what any of them truly look like, who they really are. And whether we're physically wearing a mask or not, we look at somebody and we immediately identify them as this, quotes or whatever, a little box. We identify them as this. And they're not that. They're nothing of that. Not that, oh, they might not be that. Oh, no. They are not that. I so want to take my shoes off. Doesn't that look inviting? It's clear. I mostly can see what's in there. I might get brave and do it, but I know that water's really flipping cold. Oh, so this, isn't this just such a powerful space of who we are? And when we think we know law of attraction, we think we know non-duality, we think we have a grasp of what it looks like, what it is. We know nothing. We know nothing. And, what can you do? What can you do other than just to continue to do what you're doing, which is living life? Law of attraction, manifestation, that's a whole video right there I could go into. Because, you wake up in the morning and you exist. You've never not existed. And that's manifestation right there at its hugest, finest. And, every time you blink and then reopen your eyes and you've got a whole world in front of you, that's manifestation. That's you doing it on autopilot. That's you doing it, without thinking, without trying. That's you weaving magic that is just unfathomable. Yeah, easy to say. And, so kind of, if you want to, play with when it comes to joy and it comes to being love, or kind of play with that. You already do that's on autopilot. That's hardwired into who you are. When you hear people say, follow your joy, you already do that all the time. And maybe, you're someplace where you wish you were here with me. It's truly sitting here beside me. Well, babies, you are. Hello? Look at the screen. You are here. You're giving yourself the illusion. Oh, God, we could go deep into quantum on this one. You're giving yourself the illusion that you're in a different space. But if you were to close your eyes and just listen to me, you could imagine that you're sitting next to me, right? That you're sitting here in the sand. Here, I'll show you the sand. Right by this river. And in your mind, is it warm or is it cold? Is it a little chilly enough that you need a fleecy? Or is it warm? You're in the sun. And what does the sand feel like under your butt? Is it a little wet or is it dry? Is it slippery? Is it big grains of sand? Is it little grains of sand? See, you are amazing. And now there's a deeper part of you that knows that when you open your eyes, you're not going to be beside me. No matter how much you try to manifest and make this happen, make you show up right beside me. Is it going to happen? No. You can play there and that's fine, but there is that deeper part of you that's going, that's not what's going to happen when we open the eyes. When we open the eyes, we're going to be here in wherever you are, the room, your car, whatever. And that, maybe that deeper part of you is the part of you we should be paying more attention to. Maybe that's the part of you that is the manifestation on autopilot. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. That's just what I'm playing with right now. We think we know what everything is. We try to know what everything is. I think we're fully aware that we don't know shit. And I don't think that it's a possibility. I think there's a part of us that understands that there's nothing to grasp. Because within this nothing is everything, and everything is infinite. So it's ungraspable. We can't grasp it. All we can do is play and experience what we're experiencing right here, right now, with the hopes and dreams and thoughts of what we're going to be going into next. But in all actuality, we have no idea what's going to happen next, right? Like me, I think, I'm going to get in my car after this and go drive the X amount of miles back to where I'm staying, and I'm going to go back to the room I'm staying in, But I don't know that. I mean, hell, a mountain lion could come around the corner and kill me. Well, if I believed in death, that could happen, but that's not what I believe in. But anything could happen right now. Anything can happen in this next instance. And no matter how hard I vibrate here or there, or work really, really hard to manifest and segment and tend, I have no idea of what's going to happen. Because that deeper part of me knows that life interjects without my permission, and it takes away without my permission, without my conscious permission. We could say human permission, but I don't want to go there. There is something over there making a lot of noise. Maybe it's that mountain lion I was talking about. It's most likely a bird. Oh. And, you know, we can sit here and we could talk about how, from a non-duality standpoint, how, you know, we are not magnets and we are not this and we are not that. And, you know, just to be and all of that. You know, I could really go deep into all that shit. I don't want to. That's not who I am right now. Who I am right now, I do want to invite that. Play with the idea that in this moment right now, you are the apex of who you could be. You are the absolute biggest as far as a god, wisest. You've had everything you know right now, everything that you can pull up in your mind from an experience standpoint and everything. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but you are as omniscient. You are the highest omniscience that you've ever been. You've never been bigger than you are right now. You've never known more than you know right now. It's an impossibility. You are you could say we're giving ourselves this big illusion that we're a human being and we're fallible and all of that. Yeah, you could play there. But I just invite you to step into the fact that you are your biggest in this moment right now. And in the next moment, you're going to be even bigger. But right now, you are your absolute most magical, most what's the word? I want to say transcendental. Is that the word I want? I don't know. It sounds good. It sounds like flowery word, but I don't think it means what I think it means. Life rocks. Oh, life rocks in just every moment of who and what it is. And I could sit here quietly and just meditate, and I might do that, and maybe I won't. I'm doing right now what I love to do, which is just chatting with you guys, sharing this amazing thing I found with you guys. As I was driving up here, I had an idea in my mind of exactly where I'm at. Sitting under a tree-ish, kind of I want to be a tree, but it's winter here, so it doesn't have any leaves. It will later. And then there's that guy. He's got loads, all that green on him. That is mistletoe. We like mistletoe at Christmas, but it's a fungus. It's not good on trees. It's a disease, actually. But anyway, you know, I'm doing what I like, which is sitting here. And I had this idea in my mind as I was driving up here. I had this image in my mind of finding water when I had no idea if there was going to be water up here, but I had it in my mind, and it was so wonderful. And as I was walking down here, there were so many trails going left and right. I didn't know which way to go, but I made it here. Does that mean I manifested this because I had it in my mind? You could call it that, I guess. Was it a premonition? You could call it that, I guess. It just is, right? It just is. And in the next minute, the next moment, wherever I'll be is where I'll be. And I can sit there and I can try and control it. I can try and manifest. I can try and vibrate. I can try and be a magnet. But how's that working out for you? You know? Have you manifested everything you want, the life you want? Of course you haven't. because we're insatiable. We're not satisfiable, and that makes us the amazing creators, or whatever you want to call it, that we are. We are fantastic. We are so magical within our fallibility. These things we think are wrong and we try to fix. Oh gosh, I haven't made it to what I want yet, so I must be vibrating wrong. Okay, you can, if that's where you want to play. Like I always say, life happens to us. It comes in without our, it's always like becoming and begoing without our permission. All these things happen without our permission. Like, I could go back up to my car and there could be a flat tire. Well, what did I do to manifest that? Gosh dang it. I could go there. Or I could be like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of nowhere. No cell reception. How am I going to fix this? And then poof, it will be fixed somehow, some way. It will be taken care of, because it always is, right? It always does. And you make it to the other side and you're okay. And life didn't ask for that, but it brought it in, and then it took it away, and it does it all without your permission, without your purpose manifestation, without you, trying so hard. Stop trying so hard if you want, or you could keep trying really hard if you want to. See how that works out for you. All I want to say is I know life is nowhere near as hard as we make it out to be. And whether you're believing in duality or non-duality, whether you're believing in law of attraction or Christianity, no matter what or whatever is your belief, I guarantee you're trying a lot harder than you need to be. And that's okay. That's totally okay, because there's going to be a lot of ahas and epiphanies and powerful, wonderful becomings and begoings within it. And when the day is done and you've had all your experiences and you've had all your ahas, you're still there. You still remain. You, the one that's listening to this, the one that I see, you're still there. That magnificent, wonderful you that has had all the wonderful experiences that only you have had, that has made it through every up and every down, that, sees themselves as not as good as, and I'm going to tell you right now, I admire the fuck out of you. I really do. You are a warrior beyond warriors. You have made it through so much. And how do I know this? Because I have. And I know you wouldn't be listening to this if, you couldn't relate. Be proud of yourself if you can. And if you can't, that's okay too. And if you need to rip yourself apart and tear yourself down and call yourself the worst names, that's okay too. Because you are going to make it to the other side of that as well. And you're still going to be you. No matter how happy you are, no matter how sad you are, no matter how giddy you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, no matter how flat tire you are or perfect tires you are, no matter where you are always you. And that is who I admire. That is who I am the biggest fan of. And I absolutely adore you, and I hope you can too. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day.